Welcome to the Gwinnett Daily Post podcast. Today is Friday, March 17th, and happy St. Patrick's Day. I'm Doug Harding, and here are your top stories presented by Mall of Georgia Dodge Jeep Chrysler. Gwinnett County has a lot of ways to celebrate St. Patrick's Day this weekend. We get our sports update presented by Tom Wage's Funeral Home, and the Salvation Army held its Doing the Most Good luncheon. We'll have all of this and more on the Gwinnett Daily Post podcast.
We sat down with Lawrenceville and Colin Cappy, second-generation employees of Kia Mall of Georgia, and asked them what makes Kia Mall of Georgia different.
We are family-owned and operated. We have been here for going on 29 years. We take everything to heart here, and all of our hard work is what we put into it as a family. Not every other business has that.
Been here in Buford for 25 years, selling cars to anyone that wants one. The reasons why you would come to a small family-owned dealership, you get that sort of family experience.
Kia Mall of Georgia, making a difference in the lives of their customers. Go see them on the lot at 4180 Buford Drive in Buford, or visit them online at kiamallofgeorgia.com.
Break out the green top hats, wigs, feather boas, sunglasses, shamrock-themed t-shirts, and whatever else helps you get in touch with your Irish spirit, because there's going to be some St. Patrick's Day parties happening in Gwinnett County this weekend. There are 6 main St. Patrick's Day events taking place between Friday, which is actually St. Patrick's Day, and Saturday. 2 of them in Lawrenceville. 2 more will happen in Suwanee, and the others in Norcross and Lilburn. Cosmo's Pizza and Social is kicking things off today when the Cosmo St. Paddy's party, which begins at 4 p.m. The event will include outdoor patio games, live music, a DJ, green beer, festive drinks, prizes and giveaways, as well as Irish food specials such as corned beef and cabbage. Cosmo's is located at 144 Crogan St in Lawrenceville. On Saturday, there'll be events taking place in Lawrenceville, Norcross, Lilburn, and Suwanee. The Suwanee Kiwanis Club will hold its annual Shamrock 5K at Suwanee Town Center Park at 8 a.m. on Saturday. The race, which raises money for the Kiwanis Club, is St. Patrick's themed. Runners are encouraged to run while wearing the most St. Patrick's-inspired outfit they can come up with. Runners have until 9 a.m. today to sign up. Norcross will hold its annual Irish Fest from 11 a.m. till 6 p.m. in historic downtown Norcross. The event will include music, dancing, face painting, a balloon artist, food tastings, and other Irish-inspired activities. Attendees are also encouraged to visit downtown Norcross's shops and restaurants for specials throughout the day. One of the biggest St. Patrick's traditions in Gwinnett is the annual Suwanee Beer Fest, where attendees are encouraged to show up decked out in green to enjoy a broad array of craft beers. This year's event will begin at 1 p.m. on Saturday and last until 5 p.m. at Suwanee Town Center Park, which is located at 330 Town Center Avenue in Suwanee. This year's event will include 350 different beers, as well as food, entertainment, and vendors. Tickets cost $70 on the day of the event, but can be purchased in advance at SuwaneeBeerFest.com. Meanwhile, the annual Lilburn St. Patrick's celebration in Lilburn will take place from 2 to 5 p.m. at City Park, which is located at 76 Main Street. The event will include a walking parade, which begins at the band shell at 3 p.m., a DJ, the Advent's Piper and Leprechaun Fiddler, kids' activities, green sweet treats, food trucks, and maybe even a little leprechaun magic, according to city officials. Parade attendees are asked to dress up in festive St. Patrick's-inspired attire for the parade. Pets, bicycles, wagons, and strollers are allowed in the parade. And McRae's Tavern on the Square in Lawrenceville will host St. Paddy's on Perry from 3 until 8 p.m. on the block of Perry Street located between Crogan and Pike Streets. The event will include live music, bangers and mash, corned beef and cabbage, shepherd's pie, and cold beer. An after party will be held at McRae's. The Salvation Army of Gwinnett County hosted the 9th annual Doing the Most Good luncheon on March 7th at the Crown Plaza, Atlanta Northeast, located in Norcross. The luncheon supports year-round services provided by the Salvation Army, such as housing, utilities, groceries, and emergency disaster services to local families in Gwinnett County. In addition, local youth are served all year long through a free year-round School of Performing Arts, summer camp, and by offering school supplies to those who need them. In 2022, the Salvation Army of Gwinnett County provided 60,843 pounds of food to 1,018 households, 2,700 nights of shelter, 267 households received rent, mortgage, and utility assistance, and 566 families, 1,464 children, received Christmas gifts through its Angel Tree program. Guests enjoyed a live and silent auction, a seated lunch, and heard from keynote speakers Chad Gunderson and Chris Jewin, the executive producers of the hit series The Chosen, about what inspired them to make the show and how the Salvation Army camp in Texas turned out to be the perfect location for filming. This year's presenting sponsors are Metro Waterproofing and Sandra and Clyde Strickland. For more information about the Salvation Army of Gwinnett County and its local impact, visit Gwinnett County Corps' salvationarmyatlanta.org. The city of Norcross recently announced that it has awarded $65,000 in American Rescue Plan Act small business grants to 6 local small businesses. 3 years after the COVID-19 global pandemic began, aftershocks are still being felt by many small business owners, Norcross officials said. With award amounts based on 2019 annual revenues, this year's ARPA small business grant recipients include CNU Medical Institute, Key and Silver, the local Peach, Silky Corp DBA Lady, and HNS Logistics. To qualify, small business grant applications must represent a domestic corporation in good standing in the state of Georgia, have an active Norcross business license, have experienced an annual revenue decline of 25% or more for tax years 2019 and 2020 because of COVID-19, and either operate a commercial operation within Norcross city limits with 1 to 10 full-time employees, or a home-based operation within Norcross city limits with 2 to 10 full-time employees. ARPA grants may be used to pay rent, lease, or mortgage costs, utility bills, payroll, business-related insurance, inventory expenses, and other operating expenses.
Well, I guess it's back to college for me, and that means it's time to... What did I teach you guys?
Party down?
Yes!
Georgia Gwinnett College will host its final in-person preview day for the spring semester from 9 a.m. till 1 p.m. on March 25th. Prospective students will hear from members of the Grizzly family about programs of study, admissions, financial aid, student housing, and more. Participants will be able to tour GGC's campus and talk to student ambassadors about their experiences at GGC. The event will include food, music, and fun giveaways. GGC team members will host selected breakout sessions in Spanish. GGC application fees will be waived in March. You can register for Preview Day at ggc.edu/preview.
Hi, I'm Peggy with Peggy Slappy Properties. Our experienced realtors are ready to make the play and help you find your next home. Whether buying, selling, or renting, our winning team will help you navigate today's market. Call us today, 770-271-5555, or check us out online at psponline.com. Enriching lives one story at a time with over 40 years and counting.
Everyone is worried about inflation, and for many on a fixed income, Tom M. Wages Funeral Service pre-funding funeral prearrangements allows you to beat inflation. Because we put your money in a trust, Tom M. Wages is able to guarantee your family will not have to pay the future costs of goods and services, regardless of how much it increases in the future. Prices will always go up. A sure way to save money and beat inflation is to pre-fund your prearranged funeral today. Let the family service professionals at Tom M. Wages in Snellville or Lawrenceville help you. Call Tom M. Wages at 770-978-3200 or email Jim at wagesfuneralhome.com. Tom M. Wages, the most respected and requested funeral home in Gwinnett County.
The Gwinnett Daily Post is giving away a 4-pack of tickets to Fernbank Museum. Call 404-997-8655 and leave a voicemail for your chance to win 4 tickets to go to Fernbank. And now, GDP sports editor Will Hammock joins us for our Gwinnett Sports Update presented by Tom Wages Funeral Home.
And we're back with Will Hammock, the editor of the Gwinnett Daily Post Sports section, for our Gwinnett Sports Update presented by Tom Wages Funeral Home. And Will, we're going to talk about the finish to a pretty good basketball season for Gwinnett.
Yeah, two state championships out of the bunch. The Brookwood girls beat Norcross in the 7A girls finals there. Knew that was going to be a Gwinnett champion. Gwinnett had done so well in 7A, and it was fitting that Gwinnett won the title. Hebron girls won over Lumpkin County for the 3A state championship, and the Providence boys fell just short, losing to defending champion Westside Augusta, the number one team in the finals. Took that one to overtime, so just a really good game there. Going back to the 7A girls finals, Diana Collins, Ohio State signee, she's a senior, really stepped up in the second half for Brookwood. She was the leading scorer, and the game was only 43-39, so for her to have 21 points, scored 15 in the second half, that was really key to the victory. Both teams played pretty good defense, but Norcross got held to 25% shooting. That was a big difference on that one. For Hebron, this is second state championship in 4 years for Hebron, number 15 for head coach Jan Azar, and they finished 32-0. And the thing about that squad, they're a very young team still. Their best player is Aubrey Beckham. She's just a sophomore, and most everybody on that team's young, coming back, so they're going to be a force the next couple of years as well. Providence boys really put up a fight, really put on a show, and did well statewide in the AA final for the boys. Westside kind of rallied just to force OT. Providence almost had them in regulation, but Westside really dominated the offensive glass. That was a big part. But Providence, what a great shooting display! They made 17 out of 34 3-pointers in that game.
Yeah, it's been such a great story to watch Providence is run this year, and while I fell a little bit short, still just a fantastic season for that squad.
Yeah, it really put it on the map, and they're getting a lot of credit statewide for what they did. And the West Side was kind of supposed to run that class, and Providence really just ran through the bracket, had an impressive little showing there, and almost came home with a state championship.
Absolutely, and man, that Hebron squad 32-0. I mean, that's hard to fathom in high school basketball, and the fact they're so young. I mean, there's a chance that they're probably going to do something similar next year and the next year, which that will be a lot of fun to watch over the next few seasons.
Yeah, for sure. They play a challenging schedule, but I think they're going to play an even more challenging schedule next year as they grow up, and they'll be more ready for these tests. They're definitely a proven team now, and it's going to be interesting to see what they do the next couple of seasons.
So now that the basketball season is over for Gwinnett high schools, we've got a couple of basketball coaches that have made some moves.
Yeah, Benji Wood, the Buford boys basketball coach, he's taking a job at Lakeview Academy. He spent most of his coaching career up in Hall County at various schools, and so he's going back up there to Gainesville to Lakeview. It's kind of surprising. Buford was his alma mater, and he only spent 2 years in that job there. So it's something didn't jibe there, didn't work out, and he's leaving Buford. We kind of thought that'd be a place he'd probably stay a long time and maybe retire, but only a couple of years there at Buford. And the other move was a guy that's been around here for a long time, Joel LeCurve, the Archer boys basketball coach. He got hired at Jackson County, which Jackson County just hired Corey Mobbs, another Gwinnett guy, as their football coach. So they're doing well up there and getting some high quality coaches from around the Gwinnett area. But Joel's teams always play hard, play really good on defense, and I think he's going to do something special at Jackson County.
Yeah, you definitely think he's going to bring a lot to that program, and it will be super interesting to kind of monitor the Buford and Archer situations and see what they do, who they hire, and where they go forward with this.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be some attractive jobs. Been at Buford for sure. It's probably going to attract attention from all over the Southeast, guys wanting that job. So Buford jobs don't open up too often. They pay really well there, and they usually have a lot of talent to work with. So should be a promising job.
Yeah, I think any coach in the state would want to come up to Buford. Absolutely. So now that the season's over, the Gwinnett Tip-Off Club announced its season-ending awards. So we had some good players get honored. Yeah,
the girls' player of the year was someone we mentioned already before, Diana Collins for Brookwood, leading her team to the state championship. I think she was head and shoulders the best player in Gwinnett this year, and certainly her for what she's done in her career deserved that honor. The boys' player of the year is just a junior, Jakari Harris, one of the top junior recruits in the nation. He's had an amazing season for the Grayson boys. Of course, made a pretty deep run there to the semifinals and had a great season. So congratulations to him. And the teams of the year it was shared by the Brookwood and Hebron girls, both won state, and their coaches Jan Azar and Courtney Mincy shared Coach of the Year honors. And the boys' top awards went to Providence after their run to the state finals. Providence was the boys' team of the year, and the coach Joey Thacker was the boys' coach of the year. So congratulations to those award winners.
well earned by all of them. It's just such a great basketball tradition in Gwinnett, and something we're going to see as March Madness starts. There's a good bit of former Gwinnett players on those rosters, so it's good to see that tradition continues to grow with the current crop, and to see the guys that have moved on continue to show out for Gwinnett.
Yeah, it's pretty fun to watch the tournament every year. I think, especially on the women's field this year, there's going to be a lot of Gwinnett, former Gwinnett players in the mix, and certainly a few in the men's tournament as well. So it makes it enjoyable to watch these games.
Absolutely. Well, Will, as always, I appreciate you stopping by and look forward to talking again next week.
Great. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
The Community Foundation for Northeast Georgia will host its nonprofit academy, Starting Point, on March 23rd. Community Foundation officials said the intensive half-day of learning and networking for nonprofits will be the starting point for the rest of the Nonprofit Academy's 2023's event. Held from 7:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. at the Gaff South District Convention Center, the event costs $150 for general attendees. Participants can choose to attend 4 tracks with 2 sessions within each track, plus a special panel Q&A open to all attendees for a total of 8 session options. The 4 tracks are fundraising, leadership development, storytelling, and organizational development. Session topics include capital campaigns, Gen XYZ giving, the 5 voices, shared motivation and communication skills, parts 1 and 2, 2023 nonprofit marketing trends, what nonprofits can learn from for-profit marketing, fostering a positive work culture, self-care, and your mental health. For a full list of speakers and topics and to register, go to cfneg.org/nonprofit academy.
Hey, yo, my boy hooked you up. He made you the lemon pepper joints, but these got the sauce on them.
Oh, snap. Lemon pepper what?
A Florida-based Tex-Mex restaurant chain is preparing to expand into Georgia with locations in Peachtree Corners and Johns Creek that are set to open this spring. Capital Tacos announced the locations will be its first restaurants in the state of Georgia. The Johns Creek location will open first in April, with the Peachtree Corners location expected to open soon after, according to officials with the dining chain. Capital Tacos was launched in 2013 and features scratch-made dishes using high-quality in-house ingredients. The new locations will feature an Atlanta-inspired menu item, the lemon pepper wet taco, which includes fried shrimp coated in garlic butter and topped with a signature creamy slaw, grilled onions, buffalo ranch, and a lemon pepper seasoning mix. Customers can download Capital Tacos' Capital Rewards app or sign up at capitaltacos.com to order online, be eligible to earn and use rewards, and take advantage of exclusive offers. And now here's community reporter Matt Golden with some other events to get you out there this weekend.
Hello, Gwinnett listeners, and top of the morning. It's a great St. Patrick's Day weekend, and earlier on the show, we talked about some great St. Patrick's Day events for you to go out and enjoy, but for those looking for something maybe a little different, here are a few other events to get you out there this weekend. As always, head over to the Gwinnett Daily Post community calendar for more events. Today from 5 to 11 p.m., tomorrow from noon to 11 p.m., and Sunday from noon to 10 p.m. at Cool Ray Field in Lawrenceville. It's the Cool Ray Field Carnival. Enjoy midway fun for the whole family with exciting rides, games, favorite fair food, Big B transforming robot car, and Victoria Circus shows featuring high wire and aerial performances, and the Globe of Death motorcycle thrill act. Admission is free, no unaccompanied minors are allowed. For more info, head over to dreamlandamusements.com. For all you gymnastics fanatics, Saturday from 3:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Gas South Arena, it's the SEC Gymnastics Championships featuring all 8 SEC programs, including the UGA Gym Dogs. Session 1 features seeds 5 through 8, while seeds 1 through 4 compete in Session 2. Tickets run from $17 to $25. For more information, head over to secsports.com. On Saturday from noon to 4 p.m. at the Norcross branch of the Gwinnett County Public Library in Norcross, celebrate the Marvel Universe with your friends at Marvelous March. meet characters from the Marvel Universe, and participate in themed games, trivia, crafts, and more. Captain America will join the party at noon, and Spider-Man will be there at 1:30 p.m. Costumes are welcome. All ages are invited to participate. Head over to the Gwinnett Public Library webpage for more information. Hopefully some of those events piqued your interest, and maybe I'll see you out there this weekend. Have a fun and a safe St. Patrick's Day weekend, Gwinnett County.
Engineered Solutions of Georgia. We guarantee a stable, dry foundation. With over 30 years of experience and a lifetime of support, residential and commercial. Hey, we do it all. For basement waterproofing and repairs to your foundation. Dial 678 ESOG now.
Are you looking for your next big job or just wanting to improve your work situation? Here's a great opportunity. Gwinnett County is having a Career From Here hiring event March 17th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Gas South Convention Center at 6400 Sugarloaf Parkway in Duluth. Bring your resume and dress for success. Apply for jobs from animal services, engineering, IT, to all sorts of trades. Gwinnett County offers competitive pay, benefits, paid training, and more. You can also apply in advance online at GwinnettCountyJobs.com. The Career From Here hiring event, Friday, March 17th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Gas South Convention Center in Duluth. Find out more at GwinnettCounty.com. Thanks for listening to today's Gwinnett Daily Post podcast. Did you know over 50% of Americans listens to podcasts weekly? Make sure you join us for our next episode, and be sure to share this podcast on social media with your family and friends. Add us to your Alexa Flash Briefing or your Google Home Briefing, and be sure to like, follow, and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.
This podcast is a production of BG Ad Group. Darren Sutherland, Executive Producer. Doug Harding, Creative Director. Jacob Sutherland, Director. Producers Jason Gentarola and Matt Golden. And Jinrei Zhang, Video Producer. All rights reserved.